Hello all, welcome back to the second part of your Unit 5, that is Concord. We have already discussed different types of concords in the last class, especially the concord of proximity, notional concord, grammatical concord, etc. And we have also been told that concord simply means subject-verb agreement. And we have stopped with the point of certain exceptions that you need to keep in mind while making this subject-verb agreement. And those were what happens when the pronoun subjects are being used, then what happens with this concord when either or, neither or, and neither nor comes as subjects, then what happens when this double and multiple subject are being used, then the use of provisional subject it, then in when this adverbs like here and there are being used, then an overall subject verb complement balance, how is it occurs. So all these things we look into in this session. So first let us look into the subject agreement, verb agreement when the relative pronoun is being used. Let us look into the example that is given in the textbook. This is the house that has been rented out to Mr. Panikar. So you can see the use of relative pronoun. This is the house that has been rented out to Mr. Panikar. So that is how the subject verb, the subject is the house here, that has been, and the subject is singular, and the verb that is being used is also singular, has been rented out to Mr. Panikar. Then she is one of the students who have secured a distinction in the university examinations. She is one among the students, one of the students, and here the students is the subject, and the subject decides the this number of verb. So have, she is one of the students, and the students is the subject here, and hence we use have, who have secured a distinction in the university examination. Now let us look into what happens when singular pronouns. There are certain exceptions when the singular pronouns are being used, but they are considered as plurals. Each of the members is offered a post in the organization. This is one exception. Each of the members is offered. Similarly, neither of the two brothers is qualified to hold the position. Anyone trying to break the rules of conduct is in danger of getting expelled from the team. So these are examples of certain singular pronouns that are used as, sometimes used as plurals. And here are certain exceptions also, like everyone came forward to greet their leader. Everyone came forward to greet their leader, plural. Then despite the adverse weather, none of the tourists were ready to drop the trekking plans. None of the tourists were ready to drop the trekking plans. Now let us look into the use of either or, neither nor subjects. In sentences containing the words either or neither nor, there is no confusion if both the subjects are of the same person and number. However, when the subjects are of different person and number, the verb is modified according to the subject closer to it. Okay, so there are, especially when sentences with either or and neither nor, there won't be any confusion if both the subject are of the same person and number, are of first person or second person. If they belong to the same person and number, there won't be any confusion. But when this different number and different people comes, we get confused. And in that case, the verb is modified according to the subject closer to it. Either Vivek or his brother is an archaeologist by profession. So now you got it. Either Vivek or his brother is an archaeologist. So two people, but you can see the verb is modified according to the subject closer to it. His brother is an archaeologist by profession. Neither the teachers nor the students are planning to postpone the study tour to a later date. So here teachers nor the students are plural, so are planning to postpone the study to a later date. Either Hari or I am attending the meeting. Or so here I is the subject and am. Then neither Siddharth nor his friends are appearing for the interview. Siddharth nor his friends are appearing for the interview. Then what happens when more than one subject comes? Though it is obvious that multiple subjects are plural, there are pair words which are treated as singular. For example, you can see in these sentences, his power and influence is not going to help him in the long run. Power and influence are taken together, okay? Multiple subjects, there are pair words. They are considered as pair words which are considered as treated as singular. His power and influence is not going to help him in the long run. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady is considered as a pair word, and it is considered as singular. Slow and steady wins the race. Now, the usage of provisional subject it. A provisional subject realized by the pronoun it is always counted as singular. So that is a rule you need to by heart it. A provisional subject realized by the pronoun it is always counted as singular. For example, it seems that the books were published soon after the controversy. It seems that the books were published soon after the controversy. Then also the introductory adverbs here and there, usage of introductory adverbs here and there. Let us look into that. Concord in sentences with the provisional subject realized by here or there is determined by the number of the subject that follows it. For example, there is a diamond ring in the box. So here or there is determined by the number of subject that follows it and nothing else. Okay, so let us look into it. Look into certain examples. There is a diamond ring in the box. Here is the book I borrowed from you. There are a lot of mangoes in that basket. Here are the copies of the documents. So I hope you understood the usage of here or there. Let us look into the examples once more. There is a diamond in the box. Here is the book I borrowed from you. There are a lot of mangoes in that basket. Here are the copies of the documents. Now coming to the subject-verb complement balance. In some cases, it is not wrong to use a complement of a number different from that of the subject. For example, pets are a big responsibility. Then his favorite leisure is his books. So that is another kind of writing it. Okay, so pets are a big responsibility. His favorite leisure is his books. Now clearing the confusion, for example, we have actually dealt with so many rules, so many exceptions. So let us look into put it all together. For example, with here certain things are rules are being explained with the help of examples. First one, the principal and manager was not present at the meeting. The subject is singular as there is no article before the second noun. Okay, the subject is singular. The principal and manager was not present at the meeting. Subject is singular and there is no article before the second noun. The principal and the manager. What is the change here? The subject is plural and is indicated by the article before each singular noun. For example, the principal and the manager were not present at the meeting. So you can see the verb form changed to plural, where. Now, next example, each child is special in some way or the other. Each cap and bag is labeled. Each cap and each bag is labeled. So, similar examples, each of these 12 tomatoes is rotten. Each has a responsibility to shoulder. We each have a responsibility to shoulder. Each is used after the plural noun. Now, here comes the other examples. Every boy and girl is present. Every boy and every girl is present. So you can understand the difference when these things, the words repeat, how the form changes. Either of those two gentlemen is the winner of the prestigious award. Neither of them is from India. Neither of them are from India. Informal usage. Both are correct. Now, another example. You, he and I are going to work together for the upcoming cultural event. So here there is first person, there is second there is second person and there is third person. First person is I, second person is you, and third person is he. Okay, these are used in a sequence, and the plural verb should be used. In that case, the plural verb should be used. You, he and I are going to work together for the upcoming cultural event. I, you and he are not invited to the function. If the sentence expresses a negative aspect, then the sequence should be first person, second person and third person, and a plural verb is used. That is how it is being explained in the text. Many are, next example, many are going abroad for higher studies. Similarly, many a man has sacrificed his life for the nation. And next, the blind need our help. The poor, the rich, the lame, the blind are some examples of adjectives that denote a group or category of people, and these words are not pluralized, but as they mean a group of people, they take plural verbs. I hope you got the idea. The poor, the rich, the lame, the blind, etc. are categorized as a group of people, and these words are not pluralized, but as they mean a group of people, they take plural verbs. Then the chairman together with the board members has arrived. Then the prefect as well as the other students is rehearsing for the investiture ceremony. The man with his family was injured in the accident. Words like as well as, together with, in conjunction with, along with are the quasi-coordinators in English. In sentences including the quasi-coordinators, the first subject determines the verb and the second subject is ignored. So please keep in mind words like as well as, with, together with, in conjunction with, along with are the quasi-coordinators in English. Just by heart it as such. And in sentences including the quasi-coordinators, the first subject determines the verb and the second subject is ignored. Okay. Now let us look into some examples and let us find the answers. Choose the correct usage from the given options. The patient had to be shifted to the ICU as his heartbeat and pulse dash weaker. Pulse were getting weaker. Second question, the majority of guests dash not turned up for the party. Have not, because you need to take up the form. Guests have not turned up for the party. Uncle Benjamin together with his students participating in the tournament this weekend. Is participating in this weekend. Is participating. Then the staff put in extra hours to meet the deadline. The staff has put in extra hours to meet the deadline. A judicial summons served to send for his absconding employee. A judicial summons was served to send for his absconding employee. Neither she nor her students attending the seminar are attending the seminar. The French known for their exquisite food. French are known for their exquisite food. The president as well as the members unanimously chosen him as the secretary. Have unanimously chosen him as the secretary. Have. Each of the 20 girls who participated in the sports event trained under the same instructor. Has trained under the same instructor. Has. My scissors missing. My scissors are missing. This must be one of the best performances that ever been made in the recent times. That has ever been made in the recent times. She is one of the brightest students who graduated from this medical school. Who has graduated from this medical school. So we have come to an end of this unit in your in your text. Now we'll have a revision session later. Have a nice time. I will be back with the next module in the next class. Thank you.